Hello. In this video, I will talk about how you can actually share a desktop flow. There are multiple ways that you can share. I will talk about two ways that you can do this. One, as you all know, is a simplistic way using the Power Automate portal. Once you are at the desktop flow that you want to share, you click on this share icon. Once you click on the share icon, it will pop up this particular screen where you can actually select a user. I'm going to select a particular user and select that user and then say type the user as the access type as user and then click on save. Once I do that, the desktop flow has been shared with this particular user. So this is a very simplistic way, but sometimes what you want to do is you want to share a particular desktop flow with more than one person, and you want to do this outside of the Power Automate portal, meaning you want to run this at a scale. So in order to do that, what I have done is I have created a Power Automate Cloudflow where you can actually use the Cloudflow to share a desktop flow to a set of users. For this demo purposes, I am hard coding the workflow ID that is required. In this case, this is the workflow ID for the desktop flow. You can get this workflow ID very simply by navigating to the URL of the desktop flow. That's the workflow ID. And then the system user ID. So you need the system user ID as the user that will be getting this desktop flow as the shared user, right? And then once you have these two variables, you can perform an unbound action using the Web Dataverse API. The action name in this case to share this particular object or the desktop flow is grant access. Grant access takes two parameters. One is the principal access. As you can see here, the principal access takes in the system user ID. Since I parameterized the user ID as the system user ID here, so it was going to come in as the variable. And once again, like I said, there's an access mark, meaning what type of an access that you are going to provide. In the Power Automate manual way of sharing a desktop flow, you saw where I shared the user as the user, but not as a co-owner. In this case, this is what the read access will provide as a user access. And the next parameter is the target. In this case, our item or the target. In this case, we're trying to share the desktop flow by identifying the ID of the workflow. So that's what we'll pass in here. So let's see if we can run this and then see how we can actually share this particular desktop flow. All right, I'm going to hit, where is this? All right, click run. Once you run this flow, what we're expecting here is, all right, it just ran. Okay, every step is successfully ran. Let's check out to see how our desktop flow sharing will look like. Let's click on refreshing that screen. Once you refresh it, as you can see here, you have two more users. So the previous one was the Fin2, and now we have added Fin1 as the other person that we just ran the Cloudflow to add this particular user. Okay, so now with this video, what you can learn or perform to do this in a much programmatic way and at scale is to share that particular desktop flow with multiple users at once. Thank you for watching. Happy automating.